Not back here. 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, J. Test? Can you hear me? Monica, can you hear me? No? Can you hear me, Luke? Test? 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 How are we doing? Are we there? Can we hear me? Welcome, LAC. Good morning, everyone. There we go. How are we doing today? Okay. All right. Welcome to chapel. Welcome to Wednesday. Welcome to day 3 of Spirit Week. Character Day. This is actually really cool. See, I'm not going to lie. The horses, okay. But there's a lot of horse heads out there, but that's all good. I have been asked several times if I am a budget Superman. That is not what I am. Does anybody know who I am? Captain Underpants. I'm not Captain Underpants. There's no Underpants. Thank you, Hayden. I'm Lemillion. I'm an anime character. That's who I am. I'm an anime character. That's okay. Hey, so... Yes, Lemillion, a.k.a., well, his actual name is Togata Mirio, but yes, he's one of my favorite characters currently in anime. But speaking of characters, I mean, we're all dressed up as many different characters. Does anybody here have a favorite Bible character? Yes, Isaac. David? Anyone else? Jesus. Who? Laban? Oh, David. I thought you said Laban. I was like, why would Laban be your... Jesus, yeah, classic. That's the one. I got a couple questions for you, okay? If you can guess who the character is, I need you to pop up with your hand up and wait for me to call on you, okay? All right. Hold on. Here we go. I was the first king of Israel. Isaac, you got to stand up. Saul, yes, come on up. Round of applause for Isaac. Isaac is really in character. Good job. Here we go. Okay. Where am I? Okay. I was told I could ask for anything I wanted, and I asked for wisdom. Who am I? Ethan. King Solomon, come on up, Ethan. A round of applause. Remember, folks, stand up. And if you've already won one, then remain seated. Okay, all right. Some of these characters are out here. All right, we'll do 2 more. All right? I was a commander of an Assyrian army, and I got healed of leprosy. Who am I? Yes. Naaman, yes. Round of applause for Calvin. Okay, last one. I thought that I was the very last prophet of God at a certain point in time. Oh. Elijah. Round of applause for William. All right. Yes, many different characters. We probably all have our favorite characters, be they from shows, be they from animes, be they from books, be they from the Bible, but the Bible's got many characters that we can learn a lot from. And today, as we go through our program, we're going to be learning a bit more about character. But let's bow our heads and say a prayer. Father in heaven, thank you so much for your many blessings, and thank you so much for having brought us into a new day, a day where we can worship you and we can celebrate and have some fun together as a school. I pray that your Spirit will be with our chapel program. May you be uplifted in all that is done. In Jesus' name, amen. Okay, so before we move on, I'm going to invite up Asher to give us some announcements about sports.
Good morning, school. I'm Asher, sports prefect here, and so just want to share some of our basketball results with you guys. Something about me. I've played basketball since I was 10 years old and just grew up playing basketball. I'm also the coach for the intermediates, and they're going pretty good. Yeah. So, can I get the slides up, please? The next one, please. Yes, thank you. So we've got our intermediates. They've won the last 5 games, so they're going hard, which is good. Next slide, please. We've got our junior boys. Only 1 loss. Yeah, so they're doing well. Next slide, please. We've got our girls. Won in all their last 3 games, which is good. Oh, next slide. And then our boys just lost, but since then, going hard. So yeah. Alright, can I get Malika, Nafatali and Ashil to come up, please? Just got some questions. Nafatali? Alright, so can you guys just introduce yourself, please?
Character. I'm Naftali, basketball player, and I'm 13 years old.
I'm Malika. I'm a tradie.
I'm Ashton, and I'm Spider-Man when he's not doing his job.
Alright, so yeah, I've got some questions. So a question for Nafatali is, why do you play basketball?
It was more because my dad was inspiration to me because he was a really good basketball player, and I just wanted to look up to him and all that. And the only reason why I joined basketball was because of my dad.
Nice. And Malika, what skills have you learned through playing basketball?
Probably one of the definitely teamwork, working together as a team, and yeah.
Sweet. And Ashton, who got you into basketball, and how did they get you playing?
Well, actually, no one actually got me into basketball. It was more during lockdown. I was just bored, and so I had to find something to do, so I just started playing basketball. And I basically just fell in love with the sport, yeah.
And so, final question for everyone is, why should LAC, or everyone in LAC, start to try out basketball?
It's a really good sport for people.
Because it's fun.
You should play basketball because it's the best sport, and it's the only good sport that has been ever created. Yep, thanks.
So yeah, thank you, school.
Thank you so much, guys. Yes, I may take issue with something that Ashton said, but that's okay. But definitely, whatever sport it is that gets your fancy, I encourage you to get involved in it or talk to Mr. Lina. He might be able to plug you into a team if we don't have one here, or maybe even start one up here. So do get involved in some athletics. Now, up next, we're going to be playing a little bit of a video because coming up soon is going to be BOT rep elections. Who's heard of a BOT rep before? Surely if you've been here at least a year, you would have heard that title before. So we're going to play a quick video, and then I'm going to invite Malika up, and we're going to have a little chat about that.
I decided to join the school board because I wanted to make an impact in the school, and I knew that I could do that by giving students a voice.
I've been at this school for long enough, and I wanted to make a change and actually give my point of view because I feel like the students' voice needed to be heard.
I really wanted to grow my confidence as a leader, and I saw being a student rep as a really cool opportunity and stepping stone.
What I've enjoyed about being on the school board is being able to give back to my school, and I've enjoyed learning how the school is run behind the scenes and learning from people more experienced than me.
I enjoy hearing the students' voices. I enjoy collaborating with them and hearing what they have to say.
Skills I've learned have been like time management, it's been a big one. Also leadership, being able to speak out.
The skills I've learned on the board are definitely interpersonal skills when it comes to communication, but also things like governance and confidence, which definitely have helped me be a better person.
I never had that much confidence going onto the board, but it's shown me that I'm able to be more of a leader and be more confident in my decisions.
Just working with the board chair has taught me how she runs the board, so how to delegate tasks and keep the conversations going in the right direction.
The most interesting thing about being on the school board is realizing that your opinion or your voice is just as valued as a teacher or a parent.
The skills I think that make a really good student rep are definitely communication and confidence.
I think it's really important that you're willing to ask the hard questions, that you're willing to challenge the status quo.
Recently, with the COVID-19 outbreak, I've been able to give in my input to help our teachers find a better way to help students learn, even though they're not at school.
I've thoroughly enjoyed being able to be involved with our tikanga committee, as we have been working on incorporating Mo Te Ao Māori and tikanga into our kura, and that has become really important to me after studying Te Reo Māori over the last 4 years.
I would say to other students that are going for the role of the student board representative to go for it, because you're going to learn new things, you're going to be enlightened, and you're going to have lots of fun.
I'm looking to apply for police officer, and I believe the student rep has helped me gain the skills required to be a good example for my community.
The board experience has definitely put me in good stead for the future. I believe I've got new skills which are definitely going to be important in my future careers.
I am so excited for what the future holds for me, and I definitely think the leadership skills and understanding how the real world works has put me in really good stead for that.
I'm excited for the future because I don't know what's to come, but I know it's going to be great.
All right, so this is Malika. Everybody say hi, Malika. All right, Malika is our current BOT rep or BOT trustee. Malika, what exactly is a BOT rep?
Pretty much a BOT rep is someone who speaks on behalf of the student body to the teachers and board members, yeah.
Okay, so what are some of the things that you get a chance to, or you have to do or get a chance to do as BOT rep?
As BOT rep, well, I've brought in, as some of you may know, girls now are allowed to wear school pants, and the Pacifica Lava are also a part of the uniform. So yeah, those are the kind of stuff that our BOT rep gets to do. They get to take in your ideas to the board.
And as you, with those two examples, it's not just like whatever. You can actually make changes at the school, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what's something that you enjoy about being BOT rep?
To be honest, because as being BOT rep for the past 2 years, I've been able to meet a lot of people, like parents and adults outside of school in the community, and also meeting new students, because I've had like students come up to me giving me ideas. So yeah, and then yeah, it was just I got to meet new people.
A lot of new encounters. And lastly, is there anything that, or what's something that's kind of like a challenge that you face? Yeah, because everything worth doing usually will have some kind of challenge associated with it. So what's something that you find challenging or that tests you a bit?
To be honest, I don't really see any challenges in being a student rep, but if I was to pick one, it'll probably be actually staying awake in the meetings, because the meetings are actually supposed to are scheduled for like 2.5 hours, from like 5:30 to 7:30. But the last few meetings we've gone from 5:30 to 9 p.m. So yeah, if you've ever become student rep, you know, you just got to make sure you have a lot of energy and strength.
Okay, so sometimes the meetings can run a bit long. Yeah? Okay, thank you so much, Malika. So sometime in the near future, the voting and nominating process is going to be open. So please keep your ears open to the notices. If you are in year 9 to year 13, you are able to nominate anybody can nominate someone, but if you're in year 9 to 13, you'll be able to vote for the next BOT rep. So do think about that if it's something you'd be interested in, or if there's somebody you think would be a good voice for the student body to the school. Yeah, do those nominations and think about who you'd want to vote for, who you'd want representing you. All right, thank you so much. You can have a seat. So at this time, we're going to be having a couple of prefect speeches today. So I'm going to invite Ashton and William on up to join me. So just to start off, I mean, yes, I said your names, but could you just introduce yourselves very quickly to the student body?
Ashton.
Okay.
And I'm William.
William, we know you're off-duty Miles Morales.
Thanks.
Yeah. What are you as today?
Guy by the name of James Reese is out of a TV series and a book that I really like.
All right. Cool. So could we start off with just, I guess, how long have each of you been at LAC?
I've been here for 3 years. This is my 4th year.
I've been here since year 9, so about 5 years.
Okay. In the time that you've been here, what's like a memory that you really cherish, or that's like really stands out to you?
Year 13 camp.
Year 13 camp?
Yeah.
Nice.
With Mr. Wilson. Yeah.
That cackle, I don't know what that's, but okay, all right. Inside joke. Go ahead. Yeah, William, how about yourself?
I'm probably going to have to say year 13 camp as well.
Yeah. I still remember year 13 camp because I still owe you a hat from that, but we'll get that back to you eventually. So in your time at school, have you had like a favorite subject?
Physics, yeah. Physics and calculus.
Physics and calculus.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe because it's Mr. Wilson.
Okay.
He's my father.
He's your father?
Yeah, he adopted me, actually.
Okay, cool. William, how about yourself?
I really like photography and biology.
Okay. Ooh, nice. Is there a class you found particularly challenging? Like a course you found particularly challenging?
Probably chemistry.
Okay.
Because this is my first time doing it, and I didn't do it last year. So
Okay.
yeah, it's pretty challenging to just...
All right.
Physics, when we had to do that as a part of science in year 11.
Okay. All right, cool. Now, have you guys, being year 13, have you had to think about what you want to do next year?
I don't really know, to be honest.
No? And that's fair. That's fair. Okay.
Hopefully I'm going to be a diesel mechanic. I'm looking for apprenticeship options.
Okay. All right. Good. Trying to think if there's anything else I wanted to ask. Yeah, yes, thank you. Somebody read the DM. What is one interesting fact about yourselves that you'd want the school to know? Or one fact about yourself?
Actually, no. That I'm about to wing this speech right now.
Nice. Okay. And William, how about yourself?
I'm the youngest Motorsport New Zealand accredited photographer, so I can go on like car rallies and track events and stand wherever I want and not get in trouble, provided I don't get hit, of course.
Okay. That would be a different kind of trouble. All right, that's pretty cool. Ashton, I have one more question for you. So of our prefects, you are, among our prefects, you are an international boarder, and you came in 2020. You came to LAC, which meant that you were here on campus for a couple years. So just sharing with the rest of the school family, what was that like? Because you were pretty much stuck in New Zealand. What was that like being a student, but not being able to see like just having to live basically on campus for like 3 years?
It was actually pretty all good because I was with, the boarding family and we all had our thing. But, I was homesick a bit, of course, because I missed my family and stuff. But it was all good because then I had all the school facilities and stuff that I could use, could go to the gym, do whatever, yeah.
All right, cool. All right, let's give a round of applause for these two gentlemen. And Ashton is going to start us off.
Can I move this back? Hold up. Hello, school. Damn. I'm actually doing my prefix speech today. Alright, so for 3 years I've been in the school. I realized that there's a lot that actually happens around us, and there's a lot that can happen all at once. You know, with school stuff, with assessments, and with the teachers, and you know, in our community, our relationships and stuff. And I feel like it all happens at once, and we kind of have to like focus on one thing at once and try to take it all in at once. And I feel like when things like that happen, it's hard to stay focused, and it gets easier to get distracted and start thinking about other things. And so that's what I want to talk about today, to help you understand, to stay focused and to not get distracted when a lot of things are happening around us. I have a video that I want to play. It's a little bit of a game. Yeah, if we can play it up. It's to see how your brain focuses. It's just a game. Oh.
For this game, all you have to do is keep track of the number of times that either of the girls in green jumps. Each time one of them lands a jump, like this.
So just listen to what the guy says and just follow what he says.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. As you can see, these jumpers are pretty quick on their feet, so you're going to have to pay attention to keep up. When the whistle blows, start counting.
Like
ready?
From the start.
For this game, all you have to do is keep track of the number of times that either of the girls in green jumps. You'll count each time one of them lands a jump, like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. As you can see, these jumpers are pretty quick on their feet, so you're going to have to pay attention to keep up. When the whistle blows, start counting. Ready? Go. So, how many jumps did the green team make? Did you say 38? If so, you agreed with 40% of our test audience. Now, some of you may be onto us, but for those of you who aren't, did you happen to notice anything else going on during the double dutch? Maybe a giant chicken strolling right through the middle of the set and doing a funky chicken dance? Now, some of you may have missed that funky chicken, but many of you probably saw it, and that's okay. Because the chicken was just there to distract you too. Here's the real question. What color was the wall behind the double dutch game? Here's a hint. It wasn't the same color at the end as it was when they started jumping. The back wall was changing color the entire time, from bright blue to bright red. Nearly everyone misses it. But why?
Okay. Did everyone catch the chicken? You didn't see the chicken? Did you see the background change? No, you didn't? That's crazy. Well, you see, here's why. Because your brain, because there's so much information coming into your eyes all at once, right? So your brain tries to cancel everything out and help you focus on one thing at a time. So you can only see the girl. If you pay attention to the girls, all you see is the girls, and you don't see everything behind. Because you only see what you pay attention to, and what you don't pay attention to, you don't see. That's why when you pay attention to the girls, you don't see the chicken in the back. So, in school, right, there's always a lot happening around us, whether that be in our relationship with our friends, with our teachers, and with, sports and stuff in school. There's always a lot that we have to take in. And most of the times when there's a lot happening, we tend to shift our focus from what really matters, which is ourselves and our schoolwork, and we start getting distracted and start focusing on the chicken in the back or the background changing when really we should be focusing on what matters. And most of the times we shift our focus to the drama, to all the other people, and we forget to think about ourselves and what really matters and why we're here, which is to study. Yeah, that's it. Thank you. And always remember, never give up, never what?
All right, good morning, everyone. Can everyone please stand up? We're going to sing 2 songs to start with. Our first song is All Around.
Let your kingdom come, pour your spirit out. Oh, hey, manifest, manifest your love. Manifest, manifest your love. All around, all around. Everywhere I look, your love is all around. All around, all around. Everywhere I look, your love is all around. Let the nations sing, let the people shout. Hey, oh, hey, oh. Let the kingdom come, pour your spirit out. Hey, oh, hey. Manifest, manifest your love. Manifest, manifest, manifest your love. All around, all around. Everywhere I look, your love is all around. All around, all around. Everywhere I look, your love is all around. All around, all around. Everywhere I look, your love is all around. All around, all around. Everywhere I look, your love is all around. Everywhere I look, your love is all around. Everywhere I look, your love is all around.
All right, our next song is My Redeemer Lives. And in the song, you know, on the chorus when it goes, My Redeemer lives. Woo, woo. So everyone copy me. My Redeemer lives. Woo, woo. My Redeemer lives. Woo, woo. All right, so that's the actions when it comes to the chorus. Is it coming out? Then you is it coming out? Just fold the
I know he rescued my soul. His blood has covered my sin. I believe, yeah, I believe. My shame is taken away. My pain is healed in his name. I believe, yeah, I believe. I'll raise the banner, oh, 'cause my Lord has conquered the grave. My Redeemer lives. My Redeemer lives. My Redeemer lives. My Redeemer lives.
I know he rescued my soul.
I know he rescued my soul. His blood has covered my sin. I believe, yeah, I believe.
My pain he's taken away.
My pain is healed in his name. I believe, yeah, I believe. I'll raise the banner, oh, 'cause my Lord has conquered the grave. My Redeemer lives. My Redeemer lives. My Redeemer lives. My Redeemer lives. You lift my burdens. I'll rise with you. I'm dancing on this mountain top to see your kingdom come. My Redeemer lives. 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 My Redeemer lives.
Hello, and as you just found out, my name is William. Now, normally when I have to do a speech, I talk about cars to make it easier for myself. So, without further ado, did you know that Lamborghini first started building tractors and still do to this day? or that McLaren is actually a Kiwi company, because Bruce McLaren was a New Zealander when he moved over to the UK to start the company. I'll stop there because this isn't an English speech and I'm not doing this just for my mates. Apparently I even have to say something meaningful. So, for real this time, without further ado, my speech. In the Bible it says God is everywhere. Deuteronomy 4:39 says, "He is God in heaven above and on earth below. There is no other." But can we actually see him? I believe we can. Not in the physical sense of God sat in the back row by Mr. Wollaston, but in his creation. My favourite thing to do in English is to look out at the tararuas poking from behind the hills. So if you take anything from my speech today, look at the hills in English instead of doing your work. I'm kidding, mostly. The reason why I'm banging on about hills is because they're actually quite beautiful. They're not triangles like how I draw them in the background. They have ridges, slips, valleys and contours. God's creativity is expressed in them. He didn't make them all round and identical. He made them all unique. Another part of nature I love is the bush. I'm sure many of you know this or have heard the stories I've told about my nana dragging me around the country and getting lost. The reason why I like it is because there's no one there, at all. There's nothing like being on a quiet trail by yourself with your own thoughts. This is where I personally find God. That's part of the reason why I like looking at the hills in English. I'd rather be there than doing my work. Now, before you take offence, Miss Grayson, the only reason why I'm saying this is because your class is the only class with a view of the hills after I dropped cooking in Year 10. My last bush walk I went on with my nana was supposed to be a day trip. My friends, my sisters and a family friend met in Masterton, and we were supposed to be gone for just a day. The walk was clearly marked as 8k and 4 hours return on an easy trail. What it turned out to be was a mammoth 16k, 8-hour return on an advanced trail. There were places where the trail was no wider than the boots I'm wearing right now. Despite all of this, I liked it. Every time you got to a clearing, you had to do a 360-degree look to find the next triangle marker about that big to see where the trail actually went. Scrambling through barely tamed bush is where I'm at my happiest. Being outside and with my own thoughts, rather than in a classroom, is where I personally find God, and I enjoy the physical effort of it. To sum up my whole speech, it's been quite short, and to take it to a point, we see God in his creation. Romans 1:20 says, "For since the creation of the world, his invisible attributes are clearly seen, being understood by the things that they are made, even that his eternal power and Godhead, so that they are without excuse." They is mankind, or us. So what this verse is saying is that when we look at nature, we have no excuse for not seeing God. Kind of scary when you think of it that way. Thank you all for listening, and I hope you try and look at the hills while you walk around school.
All right, thank you so much, William, and thank you so much, Ashley. Can we have a round of applause for both of them? I think those are both some very, very important messages. One, you can see God anywhere, and two, choose what you're going to focus on. Choose what you're going to focus on. It's very easy to lose focus. So I just got a quick idea to share with you, and then I'll be out of your way and we'll be on. Character Day, you know, I know as soon as the prefects told us that was going to be our thing for today, I was pretty excited because I usually am not someone who dresses up for like in costumes type thing, but I actually happen to have a shirt for my favorite character in what is currently probably in my top 3 anime. And so I was like, ooh, I could probably put together what this guy's costume looks like. Now when we hear that word, we often do think of, and that's our focus today, somebody who's in a story, right? So if you look at the dictionary, character is defined as a person in a novel, play, or film, right? And that's what probably a lot of us are. But there is another definition of character. It says, the mental and moral qualities distinctive to an individual. The mental and moral qualities. So while we are here thinking about our various people from movies, from plays, from novels, I do want you to also spend Character Day thinking about those moral qualities that are in there. Now, when you read through the Bible, like we talked about at the beginning, there's heaps and heaps of characters. And one of the beautiful things about the Bible is that it really delves into the character of the characters. Are you with me? Are you with me? Let me say that again. The Bible delves into the character of the characters. Now, we all may have our various characters that we enjoy reading about. Maybe it's David, maybe it's Peter, maybe it's, what did you say? Okay, all right. I was trying to think of a character, but my brain went blank. But ultimately, Jesus is the most special character in the Bible. Now, can we go to our next slide? Can we go to our next slide? Philippians chapter 2, verses 5 to 8. It says, in your relationships with each other, have the same mindset or have the same character as Jesus, who being in the very nature of God, made himself nothing, by taking the nature of a servant, being made in human likeness, and being found in appearance as a man, he humbled himself, becoming obedient to death, even the death on a cross. You know, the Bible is very clear that Jesus is the most exalted being in all of existence. And yet, he chooses to humble himself. And the Bible gives us very interesting advice. Paul says that in our relationships, we should choose to be like Jesus and humble ourselves. It is so easy for us, I think as the world goes on, to become more and more self-centered and self-focused. But actually the Bible says that relationships will work best if we choose to be like Christ and think about other people. Let that be at the forefront of your character, that you think about other people. Now, if everybody actually thought about each other, you realize how much better the world would work? Do you realize how much better our friendships would work? Do you realize how much better all of our relationships would work if we actually thought about each other? Now, can you go to the next slide? There's always a contrast. You know, every story that has a protagonist, a main character, a hero, has also got a villain. And in the Bible, there is this villain, and his name is Lucifer. And in Isaiah, it takes a look at what his character is like. It says, how have you fallen from heaven, Lucifer, son of the morning? Now, some people think that God made a devil, an evil being. But the Bible actually says God made this angel who chose to turn against him. It says, you have said in your heart, I will ascend into the heavens. I will raise my throne above the stars of God. I will sit enthroned on the assembly, on the mount of the assembly. I will ascend to the tops of the clouds. I will make myself like the Most High. Can I get our praise and worship team to come on up? Praise and worship team, come on up. When you look at the character of Lucifer, it is the exact opposite of the character of Jesus. Yeah, guys, come on up, come on up. Jesus has a character that is driven by love. And he puts other people first. He puts you and me first. Satan, Lucifer, the devil, puts himself first. He says, here's what I am going to do. Here's I. But in our relationships, we are going to mimic one of the two of them. Are you a person who always puts yourself first? Is that what your character is like, that you're always putting yourself first and not thinking about anyone else? Or do you choose to put other people first? Do you choose to think about how the things you say and the things you do are going to impact the person sitting next to you? How they're going to impact your friend, or how they're going to impact the person who you don't like very much? You know, there are so many characters in the novels and in the books and in the movies that we watch. And we often get through times where we want to be like certain characters. But the Bible lets us know that our relationships, our lives are going to work best if we choose to be like Jesus. If we choose to put other people first. Because although there are many great characters and there are many great people that we could try to model our lives after, and we might have many great role models, many great heroes, I'm going to let you know that there is nobody like Jesus. There is nobody who's as loving, who's as good, and as kind. And I'm going to invite you all to stand up as we sing our closing song. And I want you to choose as you go through life today, as you go through Character Day, think about what is your character like. Choose to model your character after the character of Jesus.
All right, school, we're going to go over the actions. So please repeat after me. There's no one, there's no one. Again, there's no one like Jesus. There's no one like Jesus. All right, next action. You're going to move to the right and to the left. You're going to go, I walked. So do it again. I walked. Here, there. I searched. Here, there. You got to turn around. I turned around. Here, there. There's no one like him. Everyone clapping. There we go. So left, right. Tell them to move to. There's no one like Jesus.
There's no one like Jesus. There's no one like him. There's no one like Jesus. There's no one like him.
Again from the top.
There's no one like Jesus. There's no one like him. There's no one like Jesus. There's no one like him. I walked, here, there. I searched, here, there. I turned around, here and there. There's no one like him. There's no one like Jesus. There's no one like him. There's no one like Jesus. There's no one like him. I walked, here, there. I searched, here, there. I turned around, here and there. There's no one like him. There's no one like Jesus. There's no one like him. There's no one like Jesus. There's no one like him. I walked, here, there. I searched, here, there. I turned around, here and there. There's no one like him. There's no one like Jesus. There's no one like him. There's no one like Jesus. There's no one like him.
There's no one like Jesus.
There's no one like Jesus. There's no one like him. There's no one like Jesus. There's no one like him. There's no one like him. There's no one like him.
Father in heaven, thank you so much that there is no one like Jesus. And I pray that as we go through our lives today, you will help us to follow the advice of Paul and let the character of Christ be shown out in our characters. May we show love. May we think about other people. And as we lift one another up, may we each become slowly more and more like you. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. All right. Beautiful. Listen up. As we dismiss you, please head directly to your period 2 class. Just remember, in period 3, you're going to the class you would normally have period 1. There's an email from Mr. Willison. In period 3, you're going to the class you would normally have period 1. But for now, head to your period 2 class. Have a beautiful day, everyone.